Alright everyone, welcome back to an episode of the F124 Driver Career Mode. This is part number 17 today for the Japanese Grand Prix of Season 2, round number 2. If you missed the previous episode at Australia, the opening round of the season, I recommend you go and check one up before seeing this one, because spoiler alert, well, in our debut race for Toro Rosso, AlphaTauri, RB, Money Thingy, whatever we call them this week, we finished 12th. Couldn't catch Sonoda, who was in a battle with Porsche. Now I thought I'd just show you the driver ratings. Verstappen is 96 rated, Leclerc 92, Red Bull got the best pairing on the grid with Norris being 91. Mercedes should really be doing better with Russell and Hamilton 90-89, Alonso 89 as well. Sainz is 89, still at Ferrari. Perez is better rated than Piastri. He did DNF, but his focus is not very good, 71, worse than my focus at the moment. As well, Alex Albon, of course, 86 rated, not the miserable 82 that he's in F1 Manager. Ocon 84, Hulkenberg 83, as well. Bottas 82, although his racecraft is woeful. Ricciardo is a free agent now, 82. Magnussen 81. Sonoda 82. I don't know why he's below Magnussen in this order. I don't know. Interesting, Yuki's racecraft is worse than mine. Stroll 79, Zhou 78. Ollie Behrman, I'm hoping we get to see him, 73 rated. Vesti 71. Porsche, the lowest of all, 71, although it is his debut season. Now, I'm going to have a look at some R&D. There's a few things we want to try and get on the car. There is a bit of a gap between Japan and Imola. No in-season games, so we can breaks, so we can try and get as many upgrades as possible on the car. So I'm going to go for this minor weight reduction. Should help out with the Sashi side. We're sort of mid-table there. It's going to rain in the race. Of course it is. So yes, I've not had a wet race at Suzuka in a few years now. I can't actually remember the last time it is. If you can remember, then let me know in the comments below. R&D wise, Alpine have all of a sudden become the worst team on the grid as well. Although realistically, those performance matrix aren't doing anything. McLaren are flat-lined, whereas Red Bull have caught them up as well, as a few of the other teams as well. So, yes, it'll be very interesting to see where everybody is. Especially where we could see different teams performing better at different tracks. Yes, I think it's that close. But anyway, we're here at Suzuka. Not the best track for me, and we move into qualifying. 19th in Australia. I was gonna hope for better. Well, we'll get to that. The flying lap that you're going to see is from the first flying lap. Now, I don't usually do very well on these first flying lap, mainly because I fueled for 2 flying laps plus the 2 out laps and the in lap. Pretty much, although the in lap is iffy, like there's probably half a lap of fuel to get me back into the pits. Anyway, sector 1, I've put the wings up, by the way, to I think it was 30-25. I can't quite remember it was, but it was higher than what the AI are. I looked them up, they were doing the default is 25-25 on the wings. So yeah, I'm not really thinking that I'm going to be quick in qualifying. As well, that's going to affect, I'm going to be better through sector 1, but I'm not very good in sector 1 anyway. I mean, I'd have to have like 50-50 wins just to actually find some improvement, and then that would obviously come as a detriment to my pace, where I'm strongest at this track. This is through sector 3, and that obviously down the main straight. This is where I'm the strongest. But yes, so I'm getting a little bit of a slipstream from the Alpine in front, but I'm also slipstreaming the McLaren behind. Of course, in theory, I'm still a McLaren junior driver. Whether the game still sees that, I don't know. But up to the line, it's a 29.6. Now, as I was about to start my flying lap, I pulled over to let the Sauber go, and he's crashed into the back of me. What on earth was Zhou thinking of here? Thinks about, race. I'm not on the racing line, and just decides to crash into the back of me. for no reason whatsoever. He was on purpose just trying to take me out. Wobbles, thinks about going on the racing line and says, no, I'm going to go on the inside there. And that's caused me to have damage, 9.5 minutes, and it's not possible to get out to actually do another lap in the time that we've got. So, in the end, guess where... Oh, that's right, P19 again. Absolutely fantastic. Well, this is going to be hard. Points are probably impossible. It's time for the race.
Welcome to the Japanese Grand Prix. It's been away for a couple of years due to difficult circumstances, but I'm happy to say it's now back at the heart of the F1 calendar. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Oscar Piastri, Fernando Alonso, Verstappen, Perez, Sainz, Russell, Hamilton, Albon, Ocon, Tsunoda, Gasly, Stroll, Bottas, Hülkenberg, Teo Porcher, Phoenix, Joe, and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. We welcome to the commentary box Anthony Davidson. I'm Alex Jakes. We're both looking forward to a really intriguing race today. So they've got lots of team members to get to know, to win over, and to get working for them. How do you go about doing that? It's really great to see team and driver working so well together. But there's always improvements that you can get in. Now, those final hours before a race, did you have a routine?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through.
Gutted to be starting from here, but just focus on putting that and some other cars behind you. Good luck.
Enough of that waffle. Race strategy is a one-stop. Obviously, from dry compound to inters. Now, it's about what dry compound I pick, and I've decided to go mediums. If it doesn't rain hard enough, the sauce I think will be better in the second half of the race. Noticed 8 of the top 9 are starting sauce, as are Bottas and Hülkenberg. We'll need to clear Bottas and Hülkenberg ASAP. 5 light send for the Japanese Grand Prix, and after a little bit of hold, away we go. It's a good start, a little bit better than much better than Porsche. Porsche's going to still be there on the outside. Get past Hülkenberg, that was one of the 2 cars I wanted to get past ASAP. With the other, Valtteri Bottas now directly ahead, and he's had a poor exit out of turn 1, and I'm able to get past him. Had to be careful there not to go back into the back of Gasly. Speaking of Pierre Gasly, he is directly ahead of me now, and at the hairpin, it's a triple dive bomb down the inside of Gasly, Stroll, and Tsunoda up to P12. Tsunoda will not be, and the locals will not be happy with that. He's only trying to have a go at me into 130R. The rain period cannot come quick enough because these wings are way too high to defend here in attack. Also, the cars in front really, and it's just highlighting of the fact that Ocon, which is in the worst car on the grid, he's 2.5 seconds up the road now at the end of lap 4. But I need to keep Tsunoda behind. This is mainly because of the rain, which you can see on your screen now is now falling as well. Leclerc hasn't had the best start, by the way. It's Norris who leads the way from Alonso, then Leclerc to McLaren's really should be doing better with the car that they've got at their disposal. Again, Tsunoda has a car attack on lap number 6. You can see it's starting to rain. In this period of the race, I feel that the AI are way faster than you, and DRS has finally been disabled, and I'm going to come in at the end of this lap for sure. As I fast forward down this back straight, I do need to keep Tsunoda behind. In actual fact, he's been overtaken by Stroll, which is probably not the worst thing for him. The double stacking issue is still the issue on this game, as we don't really see in real life, where when they team double stack, they wanted to be coming a lot later. I decided no, I'd lose so much time, especially for the player in these mixed conditions. the player always loses out. It's a slow stop, and we've been blocked in the pits. Thank you very much. That is catastrophic pit stop. P17. All the hard work that I did in the opening part of the lap completely gone. But now, interestingly, 3 of the drivers, Norris, Sainz and Hamilton, have stayed out on their soft tyres, and they are trundling around very slowly, and they're going to lose positions. I was watching Valtteri Bottas ahead of Nico Hulkenberg, not for much longer though, as Bottas locks up and Hulkenberg sails through as well. So yes, once everyone has actually made their pit stops, Leclerc has actually come out on top. Sergio Perez is second, Alonso is third, Verstappen fourth, Russell is 5th, and Norris back in 6th place there as well. I'm fancying a move on Teo Porsche. He's looking a bit slow in the Williams. We know that that Williams car is capable on the straight line, and it's probably much faster than what this AlphaTauri is. And it's the textbook's dive, and Porsche doesn't do it's the inside move as opposed to the outside, what Senna tried all those years ago against Prost and the McLarens. Speaking of McLaren, Piastri's had a disaster. He's stuck behind Esteban Ocon and just can't get past him and Hamilton. So that is a disaster for Piastri and McLaren. Now, as I jump to lap 11, you can see the tyre wear on the rear is going to be becoming an issue. So I'm going to start sliding out. It's a dive bomb down the inside. Bottas gives me the space, and that's the textbook's one again as well. But Bottas is going to come back on the main straight. This is a problem, and again, when we need straight line speed to make this car a lot faster. For me, I had to go to really defensive there on Bottas to get the positions to save our position. I know I can pull away for the first sector. As I'm watching Norris, he's had a go at Russell through 130, nothing doing there as well. But a lap later, Russell goes wide at turn 1, and Norris says thank you very much, and he takes that position away. As we jump to lap 18, the penultimate lap of the Grand Prix, I have finally closed on Nico Hulkenberg. This is for 14th. It would have been a lot better, and it's been probably a little bit disappointing. Tsunoda, by the way, after his double stack, he's down in last place still as well. Look at the rears though, 43% as I'm on the final lap. I'm going to have to use all the ERS. Can I get Nico Hulkenberg in the final corner? And because this is not for points, I'm just going to absolutely send it from Narnia. There's a little bit of contact as well as Hulkenberg probably not send it, but I have the move, and it will not be P15, it will be P14 to finish off what has been a miserable weekend. 14th is not where this car should be. At the end of the day, that qualifying, the pit stop really put away today. Here's a replay of this move. Just like how it works better on the onboard than it does. On the offboard camera, than the onboard camera there. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If that was for points, I probably would not make that move. I'm just going to put that out now. But yes, Leclerc then wins from Perez, Alonso. Norris fastest lap. He was quick today, but I don't know if the he either double stacked or something something happened with this putting behind his teammate Verstappen, who really wasn't there today. And Yuki way down in last. They got stuck behind a Sauber, and that was it. I'm not even in the top 15 though. I don't quite remember the last time that I finished both races and was not in the top 15. I know I DNF'd 2 races in the Red Bull career mode a few years on F1 22. Remember, I still 8th place in the constructors, down to 8th because Alpine score points as well. So yes, I'm just hoping for a good qualifying. Not P19, has to be better as well. Upgrades are needed for this car for sure. Standings wise, experience is fine. Racecraft apparently made 16 overtakes. That's still bugged as well, because we definitely didn't make that many overtakes. Pace actually lost because the fastest margin to fastest lap was 1.8 seconds. As well, I'm also not leading my teammate in any pace things as well. So yes, recognition still not up to 50%. You know, we probably need that second R&D secret upgrade as well. But it was a good weekend for the specialists. I mean, as a slight consolation, really, it doesn't really matter. But yes, one thing though to sort of end this video on, got a secret meeting to go to, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is where I'm going to start next week's video with. Now, you don't have long to wait, because with the F1 manager sort of taking a break in the series, therefore this should be out Monday, Imola as well. So yeah, it'll still be weekly episodes, but now on a Monday as opposed to be on a Friday or Saturday or whenever, as well, going forward. Yes, so Imola, I don't know about Imola. I've not actually raced around there. The pace I've done in some time trial didn't look. It's not a good track for me, as well. So I don't have high hopes of a good result. Monaco should suit the car better, because the car isn't very good in a straight line at the moment, as well. And yes, with the car not being good in a straight line, Monaco could be a good track, and it has been recently in the last few games potentially a good track. But I'll have to wait and see about that. Then I'm hoping we'll have good engine upgrades and good drag and sash. All the important episodes of straight lines be ready for Canada, Spain, Austria. Canada's obviously a big power track. Spain's got that long straight as well for DRS, and obviously Austria is full of DRS zones. That will be important to get upgrades for those three tracks, focusing on power. But that is where I'm going to leave it for today's video. If you have enjoyed, leave a like. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. I just want to thank you for watching today, especially if you've watched to the end. I really appreciate it. Until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and goodbye.